I didn't come to Morocco for sightseeing or ticking off a list of must-see locations. I didn't come here to brag on my Instagram or to make these videos. I primarily came here to come out of my winter hibernation and get inspired by landscapes I haven't yet visited, food I haven't yet tasted, and people I haven't yet met. I needed new experiences that would spark back the flame of life. So this trip, this series, isn't about travel tips or destination reviews. It's about letting this foreign place speak to me through nature, interactions, customs, and everything else I notice. I was seeking an experience way beyond the tourist route. To best immerse myself in culture and the local life, I decided to spend 3 weeks with a family who runs a lovely guest house and excursions on the edge of the Sahara Desert. Here I grounded myself in chores, indulged in summer-like weather, explored the dusty streets, and got humbled by the simple way of living. Time spent here has been yet another reminder of the things I truly cherish in life: freedom, peace, and genuine human connection. Welcome to another slow living diary from Morocco. Hey party gang, welcome to the desert, where actually I'm in an oasis next to Sahara Desert, the last village before the desert. And I've been here a couple of days, just slowly settling in. I'm doing a little workaway project here with a local family who runs like a bed and breakfast or like a homestead. I've been helping around their little hotel, just tidying up, preparing rooms for guests, things like that. It's been actually very, very relaxed here. And I haven't gone out to explore too much, but I'm definitely gonna do that in the next few days, so I'm gonna take you guys with me. But yeah, just trying to get back into my routines, which is quite challenging when you are traveling and moving a lot, even though I hope I'm gonna be stationary now for at least like another week or so. But yeah, this is what I was craving. Sunshine, dry weather.
So yeah, the dunes just begin over here, so we're also gonna go explore that. There's an old kasbah here, we're gonna go explore that. And for the rest, just take it easy.
The contrast coming from snowy mountains to this dry and sandy environment couldn't have been more vast. I'm so in awe of how people turned this barren land into a thriving habitat. And they did it with so much care for the surroundings, using resources available that make their ancient cities blend perfectly with the landscape. I think this modest way of building inspired their interiors to be so rich with color and pattern. It's a beautiful surprise, like a box of chocolates. On my first trip to Morocco 7 years ago, I was so moved by this juxtaposition of balancing privacy with artistic expression. I promised to myself, if I ever have my own house, it would be a riad. It seems like every detail here speaks of artistry. The carved cedar wood, marks in the mud walls, intricate tileworks, vivid cushions, and masterful carpets. Not to mention the centerpiece of any lavish home, the courtyard, featuring extravagant fountains and lush gardens. Who wouldn't want to wake up to that every morning? Walking through these streets, I wonder what hides behind the mud brick walls and metal doors.
Super inspired by all these streets and mud houses. It's so simple, and yet usually when you walk into one of these houses, the designs and the interior, the decoration becomes so much more intricate, and you have all these like beautiful details. Just look at these tiles in the doors. Oh, I love Moroccan architecture and decor. It's so rich and lively.
One of the main reasons I came to Morocco is to be outside more, to be able to ground myself and move my body. Some days I'm more successful in fulfilling this intention, others less so. But no matter the location and surroundings, my body needs to stretch every so often. It's not always easy finding a quiet and comfortable spot to do my yoga routine and neck exercises, but I do my very best. I was lucky enough to have this beautiful terrace all to myself and enough carpets lying around to substitute for a yoga mat. It's all very improvised, but no matter the conditions, my body is so grateful for giving it care and attention. I have a routine I love to do which combines all my favorite movements and releases tension at the same time. Usually it builds up in my neck and shoulders, so I make sure to stretch them well. Neck hygiene is so important, Adrienne would say. I'm sure those of you who practice yoga know who I'm talking about. I used to follow her routines regularly until I built my own, which worked for me very well. I think it's important to be flexible, both in body and mind, to be playful and not so serious with your exercise. I feel that sometimes random movements to whichever direction my body desires to go do more for me than a strict regime. But hey, that's just me. A little dance always boosts the mood and elevates vibration. I'm a club kid after all. Let's not forget my roots and the name of this channel. I love how this project allows me to have a lot of free time. Besides exploring the town and its surroundings, I spend a lot of hours on these cushions, editing videos, chatting with my clients, and working on different side hustle projects. I would have to remind myself regularly to peel myself away from the screen and spend more time indulged in the culture and getting to know the people around me, including many guests who inspired me with their travels and life stories. I also enjoyed long conversations with my host, exchanging knowledge, ideas, and insights into both of our backgrounds. I even learned to make a real tagine. If you've ever been to this part of the world, then you probably know just how special and magical the sunsets are here. I'm always so impressed by the beauty the nature performs each day. It's such a common, repetitive occurrence, and yet every single time it feels so unique, so intimate and spiritual. I always thank the sun for bringing light and warmth into my day, into my life. Because if I had to choose one singular thing that makes my life fulfilled, it's our gorgeous little star. It's the one thing that influences my life to the extent I follow it to the other side of the world just to be close to it. I need it. I desire it. I seek it. Constantly. You could say my life evolves around the sun. When I'm without it for too long, my skin becomes pale and my eyes become sad. I dream about its warm touch on my cheeks and glittery rays coming through the leaves. I reminisce on good times we had together and plan dates where I know I can be in its presence. Of course, sometimes it can get intense like any relationship can, but I very quickly forgive no matter how hard it burned me. If you ask me who I couldn't live without, I think I couldn't imagine my life without sun shining through it. Take my water, take my food, just leave enough sun for me to feed from its energy. Before embarking on this journey through Morocco, I had no plans and very little expectations. I followed my intuition, which pulled me strongly towards the ocean and then towards the desert. I wasn't exactly ready for a grand trip, nor did I have the capacity to execute it. Everything was such a big unknown, and I didn't necessarily have the energy to deal with it all. But very soon after my arrival, I felt like I was coming back to life, back to myself. This place filled me up with so much joy, beauty, and gratitude. It inspired deep thought and sparked new ideas. It felt like a warm embrace from a good friend I haven't seen for a very long time. It felt like landing. There aren't many places on earth where I can feel that, where I can breathe deeper and open my heart even wider. I guess that's why I needed to come here. I needed to feel home again.